Live stream and roll up a poll up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. All right, tap in. Tap in, everybody. Y'all know what it is. Where everybody at? Let's go. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Y'all know what we on. And I don't know what the fuck just happened. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Where everybody at? Today's live stream is gonna be about R. Kelly. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Y'all ready for this one? Man, listen. I heard dog been going through it. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Listen, right? Bro, he got a long way to go. If he think that he going through something now, he just don't understand. He got a long ass ride. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Now, I made a video about this a couple days ago. But now I want to go into full depth about this shit because a lot of people need to understand what's really going on here. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I heard he in there getting done bad. You know what I'm saying? And the sad thing is, it's a lot more of them that's going through it. He ain't the only one. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. All right. So let me get into it. I was on YouTube not too long ago, probably like a couple weeks ago or something like that. I real like do not remember who this person page was, and I've been trying to pull it up. I can't find it for shit. Maybe one day it'll resurface. But anyway, it was about R. Kelly. And somebody did a little video about him. And basically they were saying that their sources was telling them that R. Kelly was in there having a hard time. So what they was saying, what he was going through was he was in there getting bullied. He getting all his shit took, and he can't get no money on his books because the government take that shit and they give it to his victims. So he not getting no money, no commissary, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So he in there getting bullied out the booty. You know what I'm saying? What they said is that one of the guys that's in the top ranking dude that's in the prison that he with, they said that he ran up on R. Kelly. Well, before it got to him, it was other guys in there, running through R. Kelly. This is the word. You know what I'm saying? That these guys is in there running through him. Well, it got to the big boss. Now the big boss want some kills. So they said the guy that's the gunslinger in that bitch that don't be playing, the top notch freak, all of that shit. They said him. They said he got R. Kelly. And now R. Kelly is his boy, his little girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. R. Kelly is bowing down to him. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's going on where he is. And I told y'all this before. Don't nobody call home saying, man, I'm in here going through it. These boys in here putting pressure on me. They in here doing stuff to me. Ain't nobody gonna call you and tell you that. Whenever they call you, they just gonna make it seem like everything is fine and there's no problems and nothing going on. It's just they just in there doing their time. They talking their shit and they good. But a lot of these guys real like being that bitch going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And Kels is one of them. He in there going through it. So they said that the big boss dude, he in there running through him. And they saying that he won't go take a shower. Why he won't take a shower, Mr. Roll-Up? If you ever been in prison, you will know why he won't take a shower. In prison, depending on what prison you at, especially Like level fours, level fours, level four prison yard is a 23-1. So it's 23 hours locked down and it's 1 hour a yard. Basically, you have to have a certain amount of time to go to a level four. Level four is like maximum security. When you got so much time, that's where you start out at. I think it's like 8+ years. So if you get sentenced to like 8+ years, you go to a level four. Well, Kills got like 30. So you know he went straight to a level four. Easy. You know what I'm saying? Them level fours, that's where them real predators at. I did my time in a level two, you know. So I wasn't no, I was around the predators, of course, but it wasn't nowhere near nothing like what a level four would be like. You know what I'm saying? So in the level four where he at, everybody got to shower together. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way how the level four system is set up. At level two where I was at, it was personal showers. You know what I'm saying? You took a shower by yourself in level two. In level four, you had to take a shower with everybody. And the way how the showers is in a level four, it's like it's a big ass ring. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass circle where all the guys stand around it and the shower heads all around it. And the shower heads shoot out the water. You know what I'm saying? So you basically got to stand in front of a shower head and the water shoot out and you wash yourself up, shit like that, right? Well, that's how it is in level four. I know this personally because when you first in Michigan, when you first go to prison, they send you to a level four prison for quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Before they ship you out to the prison that you're gonna go to and do your time at. So when they ship you to this level four prison yard, which I'm tell y'all where I went, which is Jackson Prison. So if you catch a case in Michigan and you go to prison, you automatically go to Jackson Prison. That's quarantine. Back in the day, that was known for being a booty house and all type of shit. But now it's just quarantine. So when you first go to prison, you automatically go to Jackson. Jackson is a level four style prison. So when you go to take a shower, you gotta take a shower there with everybody. This is why I know how this is set up. You know what I'm saying? So let me hit the chats real quick. Mobbin Sheik, I don't know about you, but keep going, brother. My guy, good looking, man. Chrissy, what's the deal? What's good, bestie? All right. Now, back to what I was saying about R. Kelly. I was just letting y'all know that I know how the showers look in them level fours. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been to Jackson Prison. So I know how they look. Now, they saying Kills won't go take a shower because of that right there. You know what I'm saying? He go in there and take a shower, them guys gonna get him while he in there washing up. Y'all ever heard the term say, don't drop the soap? Well, that's where it come from. Because you in this damn shower box with like 10 other guys trying to wash up. So it's you and 9, 10 other dudes all in there naked. And the police guards, they don't be in the shower with y'all while y'all taking the shower. Half of them don't even stand there, you know, to make sure nothing go on. They motherfucking make sure they guide y'all to the shower, make sure y'all get in there, you know, and then they'll come back in like 20 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when the cops walk off, a nigga gonna try and get you in the shower because that's more than likely that's the place where these predators is gonna be able to get you. Because if you in a level four, you in a cell with one person. You know what I'm saying? So all these other predators, they ain't gonna be able to get you unless they see you at the chow hall, which of course they ain't gonna be able to do shit to you in the chow hall because it's the chow hall, you know? So it's either the chow hall or the shower. You know what I'm saying? So the shower is the best time to get a nigga. So what they doing with Kills, they trying to get them in the shower. Evidently, he done been got in the shower a few times. You know what I'm saying? And this is why he won't go to the shower no more. Ain't that shit sad as hell? You know what I'm saying? Coming from R&B king, you know what I'm saying? That was on top of the world not too long ago. I remember when I was young, man, I hear R. Kelly songs. It was like, damn, this guy can sing his ass off. You know what I'm saying? And it was like he was doing so much on tour, features. You know, the whole world loved him, man. My mama loved, everybody loved Kills. You know, he was that dude. And then after his mom's died, he made that song about his mom's. Everybody felt sympathy for him. Everybody was rocking with him real tough. It was like he was just that dude, dog. You know, and it's sad that he get caught up on these cases that back when he was in his prime, these people saying that this is what he was doing to them. Now, I'm not too big on his case. I don't know exactly what he got going on, but what I do know is that 95% of them women that's accusing him of anything, they came to him. He didn't force them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not condoning him and saying that he right or anything like that, but those women came to him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he shouldn't be doing all of that damn time. You know, he probably should have got a couple years, but 30 years, you know what I'm saying, for some women that was, with the shit is crazy. Now, as far as what they saying with the adolescents that he was messing with, I don't condone in it at all. You know what I'm saying? Even though they were saying that these kids was brought to him. But still, at the same time, he know better than that as an adult that he not supposed to be messing with somebody's kids. Back to the chat. Two Scantlers. What's the deal, my dog? Good looking. You know we growing by the second, dog. I'm going to keep it going, man. It's up there. All right? Nah. Back to Kills, The crazy thing is, when you one of them high ranking celebrities, I've been saying this my whole life, man. I can't even tell you what made me understand celebrity lifestyle. But I've been knowing this since I was a kid that you cannot trust these high end celebrities. They all into some shit. If you want to be high ranking like that, you got to do something. You know what I'm saying? It just come with the game. And when you get that big in the game, your head that big, you feel like you could just do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what these guys be out here doing. They just be doing what they want, man. Because the power that they got from having all this money, they got power. They got fame. You know what I'm saying? They got it all. So they feel like they can do whatever they want and get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's people bringing shit to their attention. You know what I'm saying? And they carry it out. They carry it out, And again, it's not no good thing what they doing. This is just the reality of being a high-end celebrity. They all into some shit. They all do this, It is what it is, man. It's just a part of the game. Now what's going on is these celebrities are starting to get exposed. But they've been doing this shit, man. That's why they are where they are. They had to put in their work to become that. You wonder why you never became that? When you always looked up to these celebrities and you wanted to be rich like them and ride around and do the things they did? No, you didn't. You was safe right where you was at. You know what I'm saying? It looked good on TV, but you see that shit hitting the fan right now. And it's a whole lot more arrests to come. And with that being said, it's a whole lot more of these celebrities that's about to go through what he going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say something about Suge Knight too. Even though he big as hell and all of that shit don't mean nothing in prison. You know what I'm saying? That being big shit don't mean nothing. This nigga's in there 5 times his size, easy. That mash his ass with one hit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I heard he was soft anyway. So I'm pretty sure niggas in there pulling his card left and right. And I'm not trying to diss Suge, but I'm just being real. I'm just giving y'all the real about prison, man. You know, you might look at a guy like him like he good, but shit, bullshit, bullshit. Anybody up for grabs in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You got all type of Terminator niggas in that bitch, all through that motherfucker. All they do is work out. You know, they got muscles on top of muscles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some real motherfucking gorillas in that bitch. For real. You know, so don't think because a nigga big or whatever, he gonna get a pass. It don't work like that. And just because a nigga small, that don't mean that he gonna get poked around in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's a lot of small guys in prison that's in that bitch 10 niggas off. You know what I'm saying? Ain't playing no motherfucking game. Straight up. Honestly, most of the short guys is the head busters. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a point to prove. So they already coming there on that tip. You know, honestly. So don't think that height and size make a difference in this prison shit. It don't. Prison don't give a fuck who you is or what you is. You know, it's just all about the type of people that you around. You know what I'm saying? And the way how it sounded, Kills is around some guys that ain't too fond of him. You know what I'm saying? Now, this was some months ago. I seen where you know, they was saying he was in there singing and shit like that. And when I seen it, I was like, damn, man, they putting the squeeze on him. You know what I'm saying? Like they in there making him sing his songs. And I seen the recordings, you know, of him in there singing and shit. You know, now I don't know if he thinking that you know him singing to the guys is gonna keep them off of his ass, but honestly, that don't do nothing but make them more attracted to you. You in here singing to a whole bunch of men. You know that don't got nothing to do. Like, what the fuck you think is gonna happen? You think they want to hear you sing one of your songs that they can listen to on their MP3 player at any given time, and they can hear it the right way off of the music? They can hear it the right way, not your voice cracking because you in here trying to tuck your booty. You don't want nobody to touch you. Like, no, nigga, they can listen to the actual recorded song, you know? So you think they want to hear you reenact your songs? Like, they don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this ain't the Aretha Franklin Hall Center. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that. Nigga, you putting yourself on a platter. You feel me? You putting yourself on a platter with this shit. You know, and that's exactly what's going on. So he put himself on the platter, man, and them boys in there tearing his ass off. He won't take a shower. You know what I'm saying? So they say when they walk past his cell, it's a foul ass smell that's coming out of his cell because he won't leave and go take a shower. So I guess when they break the bars, I guess the big man in there, you know, busting them down or whatever, and then you know they go on the child or whatever they do when they break the bars. You know what I'm saying? But when it's shower time, they say that nigga do not come out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucking sad, you know, because you got to take a shower. But in them level fours, you gonna get that ass text, especially if you a name like him. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga won't take a shower. The cells smelling bad, you know. So I got to thinking, I'm like, you know, if he ain't in there taking no shower and his cell banging like that, like, what type of bunkie he got? Well, while I was thinking it in my mind, while I'm listening to the video, they saying that his bunkie in there on the same shit. His bunkie won't take a shower. That shit happened in prison too. I done definitely encountered two nasty ass inmates in one cell where neither one of them would take a shower. And you walk past their cell and man, it smell like shit. It's horrible. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, man. You know, it's sad to say it, but it's some guys like that. And like I said, I was in a level two, you know, where it's personal showers. And these guys still wouldn't come out the cell and take a shower. you know. So it's not always necessarily a rape thing. You know, sometimes you just got some nasty ass inmates that just won't take a shower. But I'm about 1,000% sure Kales ain't taking a shower because he don't want to get towed off in that bitch. You know, because they probably was passing him around in that bitch, and he was like, you know what, fuck that. I ain't coming back in here no more. He probably could deal with one dude at a time, but multiples, you know, that shit scared the shit out of him. So he won't take a shower. Mind you, this is a high end celebrity. So he probably was taking 3 or 4 showers a day. You know what I'm saying? And now he not showering at all. So he and that bitch going through it. Too scandalous. He about to get the remix to Ignition. Shit. He already getting the remix. He been getting the remix. You know what I'm saying? If that shit hitting the streets, he been getting that. You know what I'm saying? Cause in prison, that shit moves slow for you to hear about what's going on in there. You know, it's like in prison that shit been going on, and we hear about that shit like months later. You know what they did 2 months ago, we might just hear about it today. You know what I'm saying? So he been getting buzzed down. Honestly, like it's sad to say, man, but it's the truth, dog. You know he and that bitch hurting. He going through it. You know, and with that, all these other guys that keep committing these crimes and thinking that prison is a party. Like, man, y'all niggas just don't know, dog. Y'all are signing up to be somebody's girlfriend, bro. Real talk, you really is. Now, if you catch a case where you only get a few years, like 4 or 5 years or something like that, you will probably go, more than likely you go into a level two. You know, where it's more control, it's more protected, it's more cops watching you. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So it's not as simple and easy for a predator to pop your ass. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that simple like it is in a level four. And honestly, in level fours, they let them inmates get down on each other in there. Why not? These niggas like prison anyway. They want to come in here with a 20, 30-year sentence, a life sentence. Let them have at it. That's how them COs look at it. You know what I'm saying? And how do I know this? Because I was in prison with the guys that came from level fours. And they told me this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like literally we be sitting down talking to each other face to face, eye to eye. Not over no interview, not over the phone, none of that. Sitting in that motherfucking prison cell. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on that prison yard, on them picnic tables. You know what I'm saying? On them picnic tables in the union. Yeah, I was in there with them guys and they was telling me what the fuck was going on in them level fours. I was in there with lifers telling me what's going on in level fours. Where when they first came in, all they was doing was stabbing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now they to a point where they don't want to stab nobody. They don't want none of their problems because they don't want to go back to a level four. Because you commit, a violent crime like that in prison, your ass go back to a level four. So they come down, they get they security level reduced down to a level two. They come to a level two where it's more open, it's more protected, it ain't too much of that raping shit going on, and they get more freedom. So they don't be on that same shit that they was on in level four. You know what I'm saying? Man, I thank God I ain't never went there because I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. I ain't going. We just gonna have to tear that bitch up because I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? I don't play like that. You ain't even about to insinuate that you about to do something to me or we about to be on. I'm gonna take off on your ass instantly. Right then and there. We gonna get an understanding right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that's what they did with Kills. They oiled him up, you know what I'm saying? They fucking pacified the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure a couple of guys told him, hey, we gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? And boom, they turned around, got his ass. And now he is the boss man in prison's girlfriend. Mm-mm-mm. I really fuck with Kills too. You know what I'm saying? On the music tip, you know, I fucked with him, dog. He a legend in this shit. You know what I'm saying? He one of the best singers that hit the motherfucking stage, honestly. You know, and man, now he and that bitch doing bad. You know, and at the same time, that video could have been ball business. That could have been some made up shit, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was. And even if it was, it still apply. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still going on regardless. You know, even if it was true or not, it's still going on. Next inmate, next inmate, next inmate. And it's not going on once a month or a couple of times out the week. It's going on every day, man. Every day. As of right now, while we on this, his guys in there getting towed off right now. Right now. Kills might be in that bitch getting towed off right now. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to say it, but man, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. And then a lot of them guys, you know, they'd come in to prison and they don't be on it, you know. But then they'd get their ass towed off and they'd turn them out. You know what I'm saying? They'd become that. Like I said, I grew up in the hood with a nigga, man, that wasn't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? And I bumped into him in prison and this damn sissy rolled in and that nigga came out his bag, you know? Straight up. That nigga came right out his bag for a sissy, you know? So I think something happened to him while he was there. Now he could have been there, you know, before prison and all of that. Of course, he could have. More than likely, he probably was. But my honest opinion is, I think something happened to him in there. You know what I'm saying? Because he started out in a level 4, and he came from a level 4 to a level 2. You know, so by the time I got to prison, he was in a level 2 with me. But he had already did his time in a level 4 before I even got locked up. So it ain't no telling what he then went through before I even bumped into him. You know what I'm saying? While I was in the world living free, he probably was in there getting towed off. You know what I'm saying? We probably turned him out. You know what I'm saying? He probably had a damn sissy bunkie that probably got with him. You know, you never know, man, and you won't know. It's behind the walls. Only people behind the walls know this shit, man. You would be amazed if, just to say, like, if I could get up in there and, you know, talk to some of these guys in prison and record it and show it to y'all, like, y'all wouldn't believe half of the stories you hear. You know what I'm saying? But that it is what it is up in there. And, you know, don't get it twisted. Every man in there ain't gay. You know, that ain't the case. There's plenty of guys that's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ran into a dude named Pi. Pi was 18 years old when he came in there. By the time I met him, he was 68. So he did a whole 50 years. It was his 50th year anniversary when I ran into him. I ain't never been down with nobody that did 50 years. He was the first and only person I met that been in prison for a whole 50 years straight. Not in increments. He did that whole 50 bars straight. You know what I'm saying? And when I met him, he was an old ass man. Could barely walk, you know, face wrinkled as hell, you know, gooseneck, all that shit. He was old. You know what I'm saying? He came in at 18 years old. And he had a life beat, you know. But he had this theory in his mind that he was gonna get let out. He'd be free one day. Even doing a whole 50 years, he still wouldn't accept the fact that he was soul tied to them walls. You know what I'm saying? And Pi wasn't no fag at all. It was plenty of guys in there vouching for him, said he ain't never did nothing funny, ain't nothing happened to him, none of that. He did his whole time on skates. You know what I'm saying? Then ain't no telling. He might have did some shit before those guys came through them doors. Because most of them guys that vouched for him had 20, 30 years in. Well, what about the other 20 years Pi and already did before them guys had already came in? He might have been doing something strange then. Who knows? And he was only 18 when he came in. So ain't no telling, he probably never really got none before came in there. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But what I know of Pi, he wasn't no fad. He wasn't cut like that. He wasn't one of them. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in there ain't like that, you know. But for the majority of guys in there, they is like that, you know. And every guy in there that is like that, they not, you know, getting raped. Some of them want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them into that shit on the low key. And they get a guy that break their ass off and boom, they let it be known. Hey, yeah, I fuck around, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, listen. This is a message to all you guys that commit crimes. This is what you up against when you go to prison. You don't have them Dracos and them ARPs and them Glock with the switchies, and you know, you don't have that type of shit in prison. It's just you and these. And if these motherfuckers don't work, you don't either. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do nothing with them hands, you gonna be somebody's girlfriend. That's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Because if you could defend yourself and you do defend yourself, more than likely you ain't gonna have no problems. You know, prison is based off respect. And if you can come in there and show that you about their life, then you will get a pass. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody really trying to go up against you and fuck around, get killed or knock the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So if you could defend yourself, you can get lucky and slide in and out that bitch. But if you don't got it in you, man, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Honest words, your ass in trouble. So to the guys, like I said, that's out here committing these crimes, just make sure that you know when you doing that, this is what you signing up for, man. You know, you signing up to potentially be somebody's girlfriend. You know, for real. I seen a case on this dude named Young QC from Chicago. He was a Chicago rapper. You know what I'm saying? This happened a good 10 years ago. Y'all can look him up. His name Young QC. The nigga had set his mama up. Now, before he set his mama up, his mama had a good job, making good money, you know, and she spoiled him. He had everything he wanted. He had a nice car, he had a job, he had money, all of that. You know, he was straight. And he wanted to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing his little rap thing, but I guess it just wasn't taking off like he wanted it to. So basically, he was trying to invest more money into his rap career. And I guess he didn't have the money that he wanted to invest in the shit. So his remedy was to get his mama knocked off so he can get her insurance money to invest in his rap career. Well, that's what he did. He paid a nigga like $3,000 to knock his own mama off. You know what I'm saying? The nigga knocked his mama off. He got her insurance money. Well, what this fool do? He get the flashing it everywhere. He recording with the shit, all of that. So long story short on all that, they ended up finding out it was him that was behind the shit, locked his ass up. Gave that nigga 99 years for murder for hire on his own mama. You know what I'm saying? He got 99 years, right? This recently happened, like not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's all over the place. Like I said, you can look him up. You type his name in, it's gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? The videos is out there about this. Well, recently he got raped and stabbed in prison. Yeah, him. Yeah. This is exactly what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happens, especially when you got a lot of time like that. And especially if you in there for a crime against women and kids, you first on a platter. First on a platter. You could have any kind of crime, you know what I'm saying, and get your ass dealt with. But especially if it's anything against women and kids, you about to be somebody's girlfriend. Especially against kids. You for sure about to be somebody's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because the way how niggas in prison look at it, they look at it as, oh, that could have been my niece. Or maybe that could have been my cousin. That could have been my little sister. You know what I'm saying? That's how they play it. Even though they know they not related to that individual, this is how they play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been mine. That could have been mine. Just think if it was mine, I would have killed you. But since it ain't mine, you're going to be my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? That's how they look at it in there. It's crazy, man, but it's the truth, you know? So, like I said again, to the guys out here committing crimes, look, before you commit that crime, go look at the laws. Whatever state you in, go look at their laws. It won't take you nothing but a minute, man. Go ahead and Google on your phone. Google the laws in your state. See what type of time they carrying. Look at the crime that you want to commit, the shit that you into. See how much time it carry. Because you get caught on it 9 times out of 10, that's what they gonna give you. And you get that type of time, you on a platter to be somebody's girlfriend. And again, it ain't too many of them in there, you gonna get to beat up. It ain't too many of them in there. You gotta think it's not just niggas off the streets in there. You got military vets, you got army vets, you got guys that was trained in different countries how to knock you out with one finger. They could just point at your dome and knock your ass out. A lot of them guys don't gotta fight you. So even if you do got them hands, a lot of them, they don't gotta fight you. They know all type of tactics to break your ass down. You know what I'm saying? You got a pressure point somewhere up in here. You know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker can hit that, paralyze your ass. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of tactics they use in prison. They don't always gotta fight you. Like, man, they'll take your ass down right while you in the middle of talking, popping your shit. Talking about, yeah, I want you to run up on me. I want you to try me. While you balling up your fist, pulling up your pants, boop, motherfucker, hit that one point. Disconnect your ass. You know what I'm saying? So don't be thinking that you about to just go in there with them hands and get to dancing. Nigga, please. You know, nigga, please. I done ran into guys in there that knew how to do different shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they ain't never played no games with me, but I done seen them do different shit. You know what I'm saying? And these guys that I was in level 2 with. So again, what you think them guys up there in level 4 on? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with your life, man. If you really want to commit a crime, Google the laws in your state. Google them. See how much time they carry. And when you see how much time they carry, think to yourself, like, hey, can I handle all this time? Is this something I want to do? Is this crime going to be worth this amount of time? Because this is what you facing. You know what I'm saying? And when you bad like that, you got a record and things like that, they going to give you that type of time. They don't care nothing about your life. They don't care that you got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? They don't care that you was out here struggling, trying to make it happen for your family. They don't give a fuck about none of that. None of that. I seen another case a couple of days ago. It was a black guy. And basically, he had robbed a bank. But he didn't rob no bank with no gun. He just went in there with a letter. He gave the letter to the teller. He said, give me the money. Now, he did this because his daughter was dying. And they showed a picture of his daughter. You know, she had some type of condition going on. You could see it in her face. She had a condition going on. And basically, she was dying. And the only way to save her was for him to come up with the money. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he didn't have the money, so his next best move was, I'm about to go ahead and rob this bank. I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? And he did it the right way. He didn't go in there with no gun. He went in there with a letter. That's the best way to rob a bank. Well, I don't remember exactly what state it was in that it happened at, but when he robbed the bank, they gave him the money. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I know I'm not too friendly on the information, but again, you can look it up. You know, you type of black man that robbed bank to save his daughter. You know, it'll come up. But anyway, he got the money. He took it to the hospital or whatever it was that had to do what they had to do for his daughter. He gave them the money, and they saved his daughter. Well, in the mix of that, they ended up finding out who he was and shit like that. Of course, they came and got him. Took his ass to jail. So boom, now he in prison fighting his bank robbery case. And they was saying that it was so many letters coming in from people recommending they let him out and things like that. They saying he was a good guy for trying to save his kid. He didn't harm anybody in the process, all of that type of good stuff. So he was getting all these good recommendations to get out of prison. And I'm pretty sure he probably was sitting up there with his chin up, held high, thinking that he about to get out or he got a good chance of getting a lower sentence. Well, guess what? His judge wasn't hearing that shit. None of that shit. His judge cooked his ass and gave him 25 years. 25 years, man. I know guys that rob banks with a gun and ain't even get that type of time. Get 10 to 15 years for shit like that. And I'm not saying that that's the time that you gonna get, because you can get life for that shit, for real. But I'm just saying, I seen guys get way less time doing that same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to this guy. So it just go to show you that, these systems, they don't care nothing about you, man. They don't give no fuck about you, dog. So you need to know what you're doing before you do some shit. And evidently, in his state, wherever he was at, the law is your ass can get life for doing that shit. Even if it was for your daughter. Even if you didn't come in there with a firearm. Even if you didn't harm anybody. It's the whole fact of the crime of what you committed. And it don't matter who you did it for or what you did it for. It's the whole fact that you committed the crime. Anything against the state is automatic grounds for prison. The state don't care nothing about your situation and what you had to do. It's not the state's responsibility why you don't have the money to take care of your kids. Why you don't have the money to take care of yourself. Why you don't have the money to take care of your girl. Why you don't have the money to take care of your household. Why you don't have the money to take care of your car. That ain't the system's problem. The way how the system look at it is everybody got 24 hours a day. So get out here and figure it out. If you try to take a shortcut, which is a crime, instead of working the long, hard way, the way how the system wants you to do it, if you go ahead and cut around them and commit a crime, then guess what? They got all grounds to lock your ass up. Because that's the state's law. Because you can't break their laws, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the case is or how you feel, the state has laws. So basically, in that manner, the way how the state looked at it is, well, either you should have worked and got that money, or you should have just let her die. But you shouldn't have never came in contact with messing with the state's property. So you messing with the state's property, this is your punishment. Yeah, you got the money and you saved your daughter, but now you about to do 25 years in prison. So your daughter not gonna get to grow up with you. Yeah, she might have got saved, but now you not. Now you about to go through a hard time in prison. You know what I'm saying? And even if he is around inmates that respect him for doing what he did and all of that, he still got to deal with the fact that he got to do 25 years in prison. And to top that off, that's just what the judge recommended, that he do 20. His bottom, he had to do 25 years. He had to at least do 25 years. So in 25 years from now, when he go see the parole board, they don't have to grant him that. They do not have to grant him that. They can say, man, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You robbed the bank. Even if it was for your daughter, you still robbed the bank. Flop. 25 to life. They could flop him for the rest of his life, man. Now, on the other hand, he might not really give a fuck. He might be calm and content that he was able to save his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Some guys cut like that, you know? But for most, they sit in that cell every day like, damn, man, I wish I wouldn't have did what I did, you know? It's fucked up, man, but it is what it is, you know? That's why I said, check out the laws in your state before you decide to commit a crime, because you real life don't know what you up against. I am one to know this for sure, because when I committed my crime, I thought my shit was petty. I thought I was gonna do like 30 days and be back out in the streets. Shit, come to find out, I committed one of the worst crimes you could do. You know what I'm saying? Armed robbery, carjacking. That's one of the worst crimes you could do. I could never get a passport because of my crime. So I could never leave the country. And that's cool. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, there's 50 something states here. I don't gotta go to the DR and all of that shit. I'm cool. Them motherfuckers is strict in these different countries anyway. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know their rules and laws when you land on their turf. Or your ass could be in their prison cells. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, vacation and all of that is cool, but you can go and vacate and never come back. How many people you done seen that shit happen to? Remember, Brittany Griner almost didn't make it back. You know what I'm saying? All for a damn weed pen. She almost didn't make it back. You feel me? So I'm fine with that. Hey, I feel like God just said, keep your ass here on U.S. turf, you know, and I'm cool with that. So I can't get a passport because of my crime. I can't legally conceal a gun because of my crime. So basically, if I get caught with a gun, I go back to prison. Whether if it could be a brand new clean gun, fresh out the box, never been shot, ever. But if it's in my possession, I will go to prison for it because I signed a gun law. Guess how much time I'm going to get for that? Anywhere from 2 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely, I'm going to probably get like 3 or 4 years because I got a record. Now, if I was still on parole, it would have been an automatic 5 years. When you on parole and you sign that gun law, it's an automatic 5 years if you get caught with a gun. No matter how clean or how dirty it is, it's at least 5 years. But since I'm not on parole no more, now it's like that pressure of that type of time been brought down a little bit. So now it could be anywhere in between 2 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with my history, you know, even though I only got one felony, but that one felony is bad enough. You know what I'm saying? So I go stand in front of that judge right now with this felony on my back, and I got a gun case. that judge can say, you know what? You had already did time for a carjacking, armed robbery. What is you begging in front of me with a gun for? 4 years. You know what I'm saying? I could do another 4 years just for one gun. All because I signed that gun law. It ain't no statute of limitation on the gun law. When you sign that bitch, you signed it. It's over. And that's the only way that you can get out of prison is you have to sign that gun law on parole. Now, if you get flat time, you don't have to sign the gun law. Flat time is flat time. But if you want a parole, you have to sign that gun law. And if you don't sign the gun law, you will not get parole. So, like with me, I had got 4 to 10. So if I wouldn't have signed the gun law when it was time for me to get released, they would have made me do the whole 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it, you know what I'm saying, to not sign the gun law. Like, fuck that. I need my life. You know what I'm saying? So here you go. Yeah, give me up out of here. I ain't touching no guns. I don't have to. That's another wild thing about me, with me growing up in the city a violent ass city that I grew up in. I don't have to touch a gun. Honestly, I only started touching guns when I started committing crimes. Other than that, I wasn't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. I'm cool on it because I'm the type of person, if I'm gonna pick up a gun, I'm gonna use it. I'm not just about to be walking around with it on my hip. That motherfucker gonna have to do something for me. If y'all know anything about guns, guns are heavy as fuck. So you just walking around carrying this heavy ass gun all day, every day, and you ain't doing nothing with it. You just in the way. You know what I'm saying? You at this point, either you scared or you looking for some attention. You know what I'm saying? Because guns is heavy as fuck. And if you ain't doing nothing with them but just walking around carrying them, then you might as well get a gym membership. You know what I'm saying? Go in there and work out. If you going to carry that heavy ass gun around like that. But, you know, all in all, like I was saying, I signed that gun law, you know. So I can't legally possess a gun and I can't get a passport. I can't leave the country. So I can't have a gun and I can't leave the country. So basically, I have to walk around U.S. soil naked for a crime I did 15 years ago that I got out 10 years ago on. You know what I'm saying? This stipulation will follow me for the rest of my life. That's just what it is. So while everybody want to go to Jamaica and all of this shit, I got to chill. I can't go. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm fine with that. But just to say, like, know the laws in your state, man. Because you could be signing up for some shit that could put some restrictions on the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. Like I said, I thought I did something that was petty as hell. I would have been in and out for 30 days and would have been straight. Nah, that shit came with rules. It came with time and rules. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do half of the things that a lot of free people do. You know what I'm saying? Even though I still live a great life, like life great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting around complaining about nothing. Life is great, you know? But just letting you know that when you play with prison, that shit will turn around and bite you in the ass. Like, don't play with prison. That ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? For real. That shit is not nothing to play with. Nothing. So when I just be, you know, jump on the internet and shit like that, and I see all these guys keep catching all these cases, man, and it ain't petty cases. It ain't no case that's gonna get you 5-6 years. They catching shit that's gonna get you life. You know what I'm saying? 20 plus. Like, y'all niggas is weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand you losing your golden years? You losing your life. You are real life giving up on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just to portray an image to the streets. And the streets don't give a fuck about you. Because when you go do that life big, the streets move on, baby. They move on. Ain't nobody sitting around talking about free you for the next 20 years. It ain't happening, man. Listen, right? Let me tell you something about one of my homeboys I was locked up with. My homeboy, Shantan. I don't know if he out yet. Hopefully he is. But this was my boy from back in the day, back in high school. You know, right after high school, he ended up committing a crime. I don't know exactly what it is because he didn't really want to talk about it. But whatever it was that he did, it got him 20 years in prison. Now, mind you, he was gang, all that. He was one of the prominent members for real. You know what I'm saying? And guys was fucking with him and all of this shit while he was gone. Man, look, by the time I ran into him, he had like 7, 8 years in. And by that time, wasn't nobody speaking on him, wasn't nobody talking about him, none of that. It was only free Shantai and all of that at the beginning, the first couple of years. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, after 5 years, everybody get to falling off. People get tired of saying that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? People grow up, people have kids, people move on with their life, man. They start businesses, you know, they become homeowners, you know, they buying cars, selling cars, you know, life moving on. You know what I'm saying? People don't got time to be sitting around talking about free you no more. Even though you the one that did some shit for the hood. You the one that jumped out there front line and committed this crime, and you doing the time for it. You staying solid. You ain't telling on nobody and all that. Yeah, all that shit cool at first, but after so long, people don't care no more. That hood shit get old. You know what I'm saying? It's cool when y'all young and things like that. But dog, the thing about time is it don't stop. Time waits on no man. It waits on no man. So while you in there doing all that time, thinking that the hood waiting on you and all of that shit, man, the hood moved the fuck on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you think you out here committing a crime for your hood, nigga, your hood don't care. They don't. It's cool at first. Yeah, free him. Real nigga. He did that for the hood. Woo, woo, woo. Couple years go by, people starting to have kids. They starting to have babies and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When you hold that baby in your hand, your whole life changed, man. You ain't with that shit no more. You know, another reason, like I said, why I'm cool, why not having a gun or nothing? Like, I got daughters. You know what I'm saying? Me and my kids, we good. I don't need no gun. I got my kids. I'm straight. I'm out the way. I'm not even around it to even need to have to carry a gun, to even want to have a gun. I don't even want to have a gun. I got my kids with me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't putting them in that type of environment. So I don't even need a gun. For real. And a lot of guys not gonna get on here and say that. Everybody act like they these damn gun slangers, and you know that's all that shit is. Man, look, the average person don't carry a gun. You know what I'm saying? It's so many people out here that have to carry a gun or always got a gun on them. You know, but the average person ain't walking around carrying guns every day. That ain't life, man. There's too many places out here where you don't have to carry that shit, man. It's too many. So if you in the area where you do have to carry that, that's where you wanted to be, because that ain't life, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna wrap all this shit up. You know, this the bow I'm gonna put on top. Don't be another R. Kelly, man. We all know who R. Kelly is. I could tell y'all a million stories about guys from my hood, and you won't know who the fuck I'm talking about. But I bring up R. Kelly, I guarantee you know who that is. You know what I'm saying? And that boy in there going through it. And guess what? All these people that's coming behind them, Diddy, Jay-Z, Lil Durk, you know, blah, 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 blah. Them guys gonna have to deal with that shit one day too. You know what I'm saying? They all gonna have to come to it one day too. Because again, them guys in prison, they don't care about your name. They don't give a fuck about none of that. They don't give a fuck. After so long, they start looking at you like a piece of steak on a bone, nigga. And they about to chew your ass up. Real talk. So, with this bow being put on top of this present, Know the crimes that you committing before you do it. Because if you don't, your ass will be sitting in that box wishing you wouldn't have did what you did. It's been another live stream. Roll up a power up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.